Hello, 6th grade ninjas. This is Miss Briscoe here, and I wanted to send you guys just a little video on how to navigate your 6th grade math course. So this video I'm going to go over a couple of the important things you'll need to know as you're navigating, as well as we'll go over these in your welcome call. But I thought that a visual, having this video would really help. So when you log into your 6th grade math course, this is what you should see. It'll have your name, your email, it'll tell you what course you're in. You'll see it says MJ. The J stands for like middle school or junior high, and grade 6 math. And what you'll see is on your screen, if you scroll down, you'll see my contact information. So there's my phone number. You can call me or text me at any time. There is a link here where you can make your appointments. So there's going to be different appointments that you're going to be making throughout the course of this class. One will be your welcome call, which you'll need to set up this week or next week just so we can get to know each other. I can answer any questions you have and give you some important information about the course. But please know that you do not need to do your welcome call before you can start working in your course. So let's say your welcome call is not set up until Monday of next week. That's okay. You can continue to work through the math course, and when we get to the welcome call, we get to the welcome call. The next part of this home screen, it's going to say click here for some 6th grade math resources. If you click there, you're going to find some really good resources to help you through the lesson. None of this is required, but there's extra videos in there to help you with topics you might not understand. There's some notes, so guided notes, because what you're going to want to do is take really detailed notes within your course, so there's some guided notes that can help you, as well as extra practice, extra lessons. There's some extra resources that will help you with any of the topics. And down here at the very bottom is a live lesson calendar. And so during our welcome call, we'll talk a little bit more about live lessons, but down here at the very bottom is where you'll see that live lesson calendar. So that's going to be the home page of your course. That has the contact information, some important information. So that is the home page of your course. There are some really important buttons up at the top that I want to talk with you about. So the first button is right here, and it looks like a little book, maybe that's laying down, a little book right there. If you click on that, that is going to take you to the lessons of the math course. And the lessons is where the learning is happening. It's where the teaching and the learning is happening within your course. And the way that you can kind of remember is if you scroll your pointer over top of these buttons at the top, it'll tell you what they are. So that is the lessons. And if you notice, our course is broken up into 2 segments. There's segment 1, which is like semester 1. It's the first half of your school year. So if we were traditionally taking this class, it'd be from August to December. And segment 2 is semester 2, and that would be where you're completing from January all the way to May. And in each segment, there are 4 modules. So you'll notice there's modules 1, 2, 3, and 4. And these are kind of like chapters, so you can think of your modules as chapters. So you have 2 semesters worth of math work and 8 chapters. So there's 8 topics, major topics that we're going to be learning about in this math course. The most important thing is to watch this getting started video right here. Okay, so if you go through this getting started, that's the first thing you want to do before you do anything in your course, because that's going to show you how to navigate your course as well. But as you're working through your course, if you were to click on the module, it's going to show you all of the lessons that you're going to be going through. So these are all your lessons, and every module starts out with a checklist as well as a pre-test. Again, the pre-test is not calculated into your grade, but it's just kind of an idea for us to get to know how well you're doing with a certain topic, how much you know, how much you still need to know. So again, you'll have a checklist that you can keep track of your assignments. You can open that up and print it out. And the way that you navigate once you get into a lesson is you're going to click the right arrow up top. And that's going to bring you to the pages. And so it's going to bring you through lessons. This is the overview. You're going to come across some items within your course, like there's a caution cone that's going to tell you like these are some things to look out for. And then this right here is assignment. So if you see, this is going to tell you, okay, you need to complete an assignment. So for this one, it's telling me, okay, I need to go to the assessments area and complete Module 1 pretest. So your assessments area is right next to lessons, and it has assessments if you scroll your pointer over it. This is where you're going to find all of your graded assignments. Any assignment that you receive a grade on is going to be here. And you work through this in order. So you do not want to skip around. You don't want to work in Module 1 and then jump to Module 5. You want to go in order. So this is where all of your assignments are found. So right here it says Module 1 pretest. So it told me I needed to complete it, so I'm going to come in and do my Module 1 pretest. What I want you guys to know is that it's very important to complete your lessons first. So I don't ever want you to come in and just go to your assessments and start working through your assessments, because that would be like you taking a test without sitting in a math class or learning the math. So it's really important to make sure that you're completing the lessons. So we're going to go to the very first lesson that you guys might have already completed or you still have to complete. And if you notice, this lesson has 6 pages. So up here at the top, it says 1 of 6. So there's 6 pages in this lesson that I'm going to go through. So you're going to have some interactive assignments that you'll complete where you'll type in some answers and you'll submit it, and it'll tell you if you are right or wrong. It'll give you that feedback. Again, you click through that right arrow and it'll bring you through the lessons. It's important that you do everything in these lessons, because once again, if you're not completing everything in the lesson, it's like you taking a test at the end without sitting in a math class. So it's really important to complete these lessons and complete everything in them. And when you get to the last page of a lesson, it's going to show you your objectives again, some important vocabulary, and a summary of some of the important skills that you've learned. There's also a lesson review guide. And it's really important that you guys take notes for every lesson. So a good idea would be to maybe print out this last page, because this has all of your important vocabulary, all of your summaries, and put it in a binder. Take notes and keep them in a binder, because when it comes time for me to do your DBAs or for you to practice your lessons and complete your exams, you have these notes to help you. And at the end of every lesson is when it's going to tell you to go to your assessments and complete an assessment. So again, it's going to say go to assessments and complete 1.01. And I can't stress enough, don't just go to your assessments and start working your way down, because you're going to not learn everything that you need to learn if you're not completing the lesson. So it's really important that you only complete an assessment when you're told to. This little button right here is the home button. This is going to bring you back to the home page. It's going to bring you back here to all of those resources. The next really important one is your email. So if you click there, you notice I have 2 emails waiting to be read. But this is where you're going to have your communication with me through email. You can email me at any time. You can call me or text me. But this is where you'll send an email. If you have a question, you can send me an email from here. You'll receive emails from here, from me in there. So it's really important for you to look at that. The last button that's up here is your navigation that shows everything here. And the really important thing that you need to know on this menu, because you have your lessons, which you can access from the home. You have your assessments you can access from here. You also have your email, which you can access from that top bar. But the really important part that you're going to notice in here is going to be the grade book. When you click on the grade book, this is where you will see your grades. And so I'm going to show you something really important. The gradebook is color-coded. So if you've submitted it and I haven't graded, it's going to be highlighted in blue. If you submitted it and your grade is above a 60%, it's going to be green. If you submitted an assignment and it's red, that means you got below a 60%. And if it's grayed out, that means you do not have to complete it, and it will be removed from your assessment list. So if you notice here, this is just my model student. It's not anybody's work, but there's a red line here because they only got a 50%. And this one has a red line because it's only 20%. But if you see that this is 100%, so this green bar right here shows that they got 100%. So this is your grade book. This is where you'll be able to see assignments and see your scores. If you click on it, it's going to take you to that assignment, and it's going to allow you to see your details. So you'll see my notes. It'll tell you exactly what you did. If you did something incorrect, it's going to show you those notes. So all of that will be here in your grades. So that's your grade book. That's a little overview of the course that I wanted to show you and we will go over some more in your welcome call. But if you have any questions before then, feel free to reach out to me. I am so excited that we are going to be on this journey together for 6th grade math, and I look forward to working with you guys.